Hello everyone and very warm welcome to our live post-show reactions to the Summer Game Fest 2023. We're thrilled to have you join us as we dissect and discuss the announcements that were unveiled during this year's event. Joining me is Craig. Hello Craig.
Good evening.
Good evening. And Dony.
Hello, good evening.
Hi. If you are new around here, we are Pure Dead Gaming, a group of Scottish gamers who write reviews and deliver a weekly podcast covering all the latest games and news. You can find everything you need to know over at puredeadgaming.com. But yeah, let's begin. Without delving into specific games just yet, what are your overall impressions? Do you think the event lived up to the hype and delivered?
Yeah, I have to say, I thought it was fucking brilliant, and I hate to give Jeff credit, but my God, he nailed it. He was so good. There's no point pretending otherwise. And I thought the show was absolutely brilliant, and I thought it was paced really well as well, which is always a tough thing with a near 2-hour show, but brilliant.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I do think that expectations going in played a part. Like, obviously Jim's here to get the baton that he deserves in the chat, but I think that we didn't have as high expectations going into this as PlayStation, and so I do think that lends itself to us coming out of it with a more positive outlook, whereas even the most reserved of us had our hype levels at probably 14 for PlayStation, and so when it didn't manage to hit that, we were a little bit like, oh. Whereas I feel like, I don't know, when it's a Jeff Keighley event, you go in sort of not expecting the worst, but you expect all right, and you get more than that, you're pretty happy. Except for, where the fuck's my boy? Where the fuck is my boy?
Where the fuck was my boy? Where's Kojima-san? Where's my boy?
Yeah, we will get that.
Nobody gives a fuck about him.
Everyone gives a fuck about him, you should calm down, Keanu.
Yeah, so Jeff introed the show with a big tease for the ending, which we will get to. Came out looking dapper as always. And yeah, we were pretty much thrown straight into it. First up, we saw Ubisoft's Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown, which we will get to see more of at the Ubisoft Forward event. Quick thoughts on this one?
Surprise, I must admit, I don't think anyone was expecting that. I thought it looked all right. I thought it looked a little bit mobile-ish. I like the fact they've kind of gone with a sort of side-scrolling attempt rather than trying to make what would essentially be Assassin's Creed. And, if they'd gone down the 3D route, it would just be an Assassin's Creed clone. So I like the fact that it's a sort of side-scrolling. It looks pretty enough, but I don't know. I think it's going to rely on the name and the history to sell.
I liked it. I liked the look of it. Kind of cartoony art style, a little bit Fortnite, which I like the Fortnite art style, but
Agreed.
I like it in Fortnite. But no, I like the look of the combat. I thought it looked good. I'm interested to play it. My one concern is Ubisoft do Ubisoft realise they've got an event next week? Because they keep showing cool stuff. And I'm severely concerned that they've got fuck all left to show at their own event.
They're just wetting your whistle. Wetting your whistle, Craig.
I mean, I'm telling you right now, they're not going to top Mirage. And then it wouldn't stun me if this was the second coolest thing that they've got in the pipeline just now.
X-Defiant is gonna steal the show, I think, for Ubisoft.
Live service pish.
Yeah, I know. Squinny put, he likes the look of this. Kind of got Immortals Phoenix Rising vibes. And Squinny, I agree, because the stream that I watched, everyone thought that's what it was. It was an Immortals like DLC or sequel. That's exactly what people thought when they saw it. And then, of course, the Prince of Persia thing. I'm like, all right, it must be the only guy from Persia with an English accent. They couldn't have gone authentic, but maybe I'm just being picky.
See, when it comes to the Ubisoft event, my potential worry is that they're showing this stuff just now and they're like, aye, but don't worry, we've got Avatar to show, and I don't think Avatar's going to show the way they think Avatar's going to show.
There's a lot of people hyped for Avatar after the movie, though. That's the thing, and that's the tie-in. But I'm cold as fuck on it.
Yeah, no, I never flying fuck. It's cool though. Look, I like Ubisoft, and I like to see them showing off good stuff. Whether this hits January 2024, we'll see. But no, I like the look of it. I do. I like this style of game. It's good to see a Prince of Persia game that's not on its arse. So,
Do
yeah.
you remember seeing that sneak preview? Was it 3 years ago, maybe? And it looked awful. And they've obviously gone back to the drawing board. Clearly, yes. Oof. But no, I like what they've done. I like the fact that they've gone for this sort of 2D side scrolling, because that game is very much in just now, and it takes it away from the Assassin's Creed comparisons.
Yeah. Oh, Tam's saying that the next Monster Hunter's rumoured for Ubisoft Forward. That'd certainly be something big they could show, to be fair.
Yep, for sure.
Not for me, but for others. Good shout, Tam.
Okay. So, yeah, next up, it was announced prior to the event that we were going to get a world gameplay premiere of Mortal Kombat 1 as part of the Summer Game Fest 2023 showcase, which, of course, we saw. The release is set for September 19th. And there will be an early access period on September 14th for players who purchase the premium or collector with a K edition.
These fucking Ks.
These K. Easy.
As long as you don't put 3 of them together.
There it is. What did I say?
Yeah. So yeah, we saw some kind of cutscenes from the story mode as well as a bit of gameplay. And Ed Boon was there to tell us a bit more as well.
I think I am not a fighting game fan just because I can't do it. I've not got the dexterity, but my God, does this look superb. And I tell you what, see if you're Capcom right now, you're going, thank fuck we launched this game last week. Thank fuck. Before this was shown, because see if this was shown, unless you're loyal to Street Fighter, you're going, I'm waiting for Mortal Kombat. So they've got away with one there, that's for damn sure.
If there's more of a story mode, I think I'm definitely interested in it. Like if it's just fight after fight after fight, but if there's a bit more to it, then it's definitely something I might check out. I like the look of the gameplay. It looked brutal at some, the finishing moves. But yeah, I'm up for giving it a go.
Yeah, I thought this looked really impressive. Again, I'm pretty much the exact same as you, Dony. I'm not that interested in fighting games. Like I don't know. There's only so much fun you can have playing against the computer. And if you want to play online at any sort of level, you really need to dedicate yourself to it. And I don't have fucking time for that shit. So,
same.
But it looks cool as fuck. It really does. Like, I've never been a big Mortal Kombat guy, but watching this trailer, I was like, we were watching this in 1080 and it looked amazing there. So I'm like, it's one of these ones that I want to go back and look at the 4K trailer because massively impressive.
Yeah, some of the combos they were doing were just brilliant, and I like this. What was it they called it? The cameo mode, again, cameo with a K. This sort of semi. It's not co-op, but it's sort of using a second person coming in for again added combos. Fucking brilliant! Just do you know what? It looks so good. And
there's too many. There's too many Ks coming in here, but
too many Ks flying around. Yeah, I mean, Couchy said that this looks amazing. The story mode was great in 11. Shame I was shite at it. Yeah, you and me both, mate. I'm terrible at fighting games as it is. So I know, like, I downloaded Mortal Kombat 11 because it was on PS Plus, I think, and I played the tutorial and deleted it. I'm like, yeah, I'm shit at this. I'm so bad at this. I wasn't even going to bother.
I actually bought Mortal Kombat because it was on sale at one point for like a $5 or something like that, and I was like, I'll try it out. And I don't even know if I got around to it. But this makes me think maybe I would.
Yeah.
Just a quick clarification, by the way. Richard's saying that Monster Hunter is actually Capcom, which I could not have told you. I absolutely no knowledge of that series. I know obviously the games are huge, but I couldn't have told you who made it.
Yeah, they mentioned Jean-Claude Van Damme, so there will be a skin modelled.
That's
on him.
cool too.
Yeah,
that's cool.
But I believe only if you buy the premium edition. So there's the standard edition. The premium edition is $109. So sorry, I don't have the UK price. And then there's the collector's edition at like $250. So,
yeah, I actually like. I thought Ed Boon obviously he is a legend. I thought he was really charming when he came on. But I like the little backstory that Mortal Kombat was originally supposed to be called, like, Jean-Claude Van Damme fighting game, whatever. So I like the little backstory. They've tried to get him on for years, so it's nice it's all kind of came together. But he kept that a bit quiet, that it's hidden behind a quite extensive paywall. So that's listen, modern gaming, I suppose.
I mean, see, the thing is, like, we are the sort of target audience that would go, oh, that's really cool to have Jean-Claude Van Damme in a game, but this is really a collab they should have been making in the 90s when he was fucking relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
but
I
tried,
think it's cool.
They said they tried, yeah.
Yeah, but they should have tried fucking harder.
I know, but I suppose back then, Jean-Claude Van Damme was so hot, he'd have demanded a lot of fucking money, wouldn't he?
That's true. He's probably done it for a $5 and a pack of smokes now.
Yeah.
And then they're skinning every fucking 100 sheets.
Yeah.
Brilliant. You're on mute, Jess.
You're on mute.
Yeah, Diddy.
Oops. Sorry. We saw a short gameplay trailer for Path of Exile 2, which they said more will be revealed on the 28th of July. So
yeah.
I looked at this and thought it looked like a not as good version of Diablo. And I did wonder, like, with you moving over to the dark side, Dony, would you have any interest in this? Or have you only got one of these type of nerd games in your life?
I think I've only got space for one. Like I am all in with Diablo. Like all in. Like me and absolute balls deep. Like me and Ben from Grumpy.
I'll not be able to sleep after that, by the way. We need to go back to audio.
Balls deep. But no, yeah, there's only time for two. I saw a comment saying, what was it? Someone said Path of Exiles is the little Diablo, which I thought was a little bit harsh. I thought that was really harsh. But,
that's good. I like that.
That's Twitter for you.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. Exoprimal crossover content is coming to Street Fighter 6 in the fall.
Every time I hear about Exoprimal, I want to self-harm. It's really fucking upsetting. I just want this game. See, the worst thing that could happen is if this game launches and it isn't an absolute fucking shambles, because then I'd have to hear about it for longer.
The Exoprimal thing I can't take seriously. The fact that they've dumped it on Game Pass, it's not a dig. I'm just saying the fact they dumped it on that at the last minute says it all. The fact they thought, let's do a crossover. Wow.
Do you think it's possible that they're looking at the sort of feedback and the pre-order numbers and things for Exoprimal and going, this thing is fucking dying here, man. Let's get some crossover on the go.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Ryu can save it.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably how they looked at it and went, listen, we need to do something. Let's do some sort of cross marketing. I don't know. Whatever, no matter what, the collective groan when this was shown said it all. It was just everything you looked at, Twitter, whatever stream you watched on was like, holy shit. Read the room.
Do you know what they could do to bring it full circle? They could get Jean-Claude Van Damme involved because he played the lad in Street Fighter in the 1994 classic. So they could get him an Exoprimal.
But did he not play? Did he not play?
5 on a pack of smokes. Get him in.
Yeah.
5 on a pack of smokes.
£100.
Leave Jean-Claude alone.
On the pre-orders. Even the folk that are getting it on Game Pass and Xbox, they'll be like, I'm fucking dropping the full whack for Jean-Claude 3 days early. Cock out.
Right, never mind Jean-Claude Van Damme. What about Nicolas fucking Cage?
Holy shit!
Cool.
Do you know that clip of Nick Cage? That is next year's poster for Drug Rehab. Holy shit! Cocaine is good in Nick Cage's house. Holy shit!
He fucking loves it. But see, to be fair, like, I don't know. I've watched gaming events for years and seen people turn up and literally not have a fucking clue where they are. It's
Al
like
Pacino.
Al Pacino wheeled out in front of an audience and they're like, holy shit, folk turn up for this shit. This is fucking ridiculous. But Nick Cage turned up. He knew exactly what he was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't try to pretend that he was some sort of gamer that he's not, but he tied it back to a family member. Bit strange that he didn't want to mention who it was. That's maybe a wee, I don't know, maybe he's in the Me Too movement. But I think he really, I thought he handled himself really well.
Yeah, he did.
Really well.
That's the thing. He just shows that.
Pro.
He just shows that obviously, he's a seasoned pro functioning on the white powder. That was fair enough. And my issue was they then showed the game and went, fucking hell, man. Oof, this is rough. But it's so popular.
Yeah,
I'm sure it was
that's
rich.
the problem. At the end of the day, it's still Dead by Daylight, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure it was Rich in the chat said, like, this shit is popular as hell, regardless of how shit it looks.
Yeah, it still does really well.
So it's like a 4-player co-op type thing where is that right?
4v1. It's
okay.
So it's there's quite a few of these types of games, but this is certainly one that, to my knowledge, has been the most popular. So yeah, 5 people in a lobby. I think it randomly chooses who is the sort of villain, the attacker, and they're overpowered. And then you've got the 4 people that have to sort of try and work together. They have to usually find keys or whatever it is. I've never played it, but this is my knowledge of it. And it's supposed to be quite good if you like isometric multiplayer type stuff, but I think
the premise is great. It's essentially they took every 80s horror film, like campfire horror film, went, let's make a game out of this. So I think the premise is good, but it's a bit rough.
And see, to be fair, they were very clever. So what was the other one? The other one that kind of died on its arse?
Friday the 13th today got announced it's shutting its servers.
Yeah, so
that actually looked good though, visually.
Well, you had Dead by Daylight, which was sort of it wasn't tied to an IP, and then you have Friday the 13th. And with Dead by Daylight, you're then able to do so many of these crossovers and cool things that people are really enjoying. Whereas with Friday the 13th, they've kind of pigeonholed themselves.
Yeah,
and obviously fucked it.
Yeah, I mean, there's Ben in the chat saying Dead by Daylight does play great. So yeah. Gameplay is key, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, Ben, we've got a VIP in the chat.
A VIP? That's my Diablo brother.
Okay, yeah. So next up, we got a little ad for Netflix's The Witcher season 3. It's not something we've watched yet, but I mean, Henry Cavill's in it, and I did not realize this. So that will be
for much longer.
What?
Yeah, I've got nothing to say on this, and I've got a cat to let in, so I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, the only thing I have to say is that it's a lot of people changed their tune from slagging off Sony 2 weeks ago for showing the GT7 trailer, huh? It's it's amazing how quickly you can change your tune when it suits a narrative. Yeah, but I've only watched. I've not even finished season 1 of The Witcher. I'm just like, I've not got time for this shit. I've not got time for this shit. Did you sort your pussy out, Craig?
Well, I'm halfway there. I've got a bit to do later.
Cool.
Oh, jeeps. Right. Okay. Witchfire coming 20th of September from Epic Games. Any interest in this one?
That's fine. I had nothing to say about The Witcher.
Oh, good. It's fine. I spoke for you.
Yeah, she just went Henry Cavill's and if only my Craig had hair.
Oh no, I don't like the long hair look. No, he can.
That's a low blow.
Apologies.
That fucking straw in your head.
Moving on.
Yes.
What's next? Witchfire.
That did nothing for me at all. I have to say, I have no interest in this at all. I know, it's out soon. What was it, September? It's out, which is good. We're getting more games soon. It's hitting that first-person shooter mold, but it's doing nothing for me at all.
Yeah, so I think... Can you go?
I know we've seen it a few times now, but I'm just like...
I just wrote down, it looks like a cool world, but then the combat started. We'll go into this a bit later, but there's... The one sort of downside I would say to this showcase was there's only so many fantasy games that I can take with this. Like, some of them are first person, some of them are third person, but it's all this absolute fucking nonsense with here's a sword, go and fucking hit a monster. And it's somebody had to have a meeting a couple of years ago and fucking cut this out.
You don't like fantasy, you don't like sci-fi, you don't like co-op.
Not a single fucking putting game announced.
So, walkabout golf for the next year, is that it?
No, there's still some good stuff. We've got a bit, but I think, what was the theme last year? There was, each year there seems to be a theme where there was a game that came out, say, 4 years ago, and about 10 developers went, you know what, we could do a really good spin on that, and now they're all starting
Elden
to come
Ring.
out.
Elden Ring's a theme, isn't it?
Aye,
Open world game, no map.
Yeah. Aye, but that's probably still a year or two away.
Mabes.
Yeah. We then got a brief PSVR 2 commercial for Crossfire Sierra Squad, which is coming August 2023. And then there was a Remnant 2 trailer as well.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm interested in this.
Which one, Remnant or Crossfire?
Well, you wouldn't be interested in Crossfire, would you?
That's a low blow, but I was going to say, but I thought you would be, because I think Crossfire looks really good. Again, I said that the PlayStation showcase, I think it looks really good.
I agree. I do think it looks really good, and I'm looking forward to playing it. Like, I don't usually go in for online shooters, but having played a few in PSVR 1, like, being in VR, it levels the playing field a bit, because it's very hard. Like, when you're playing COD or whatever, you've got these fucking 12-year-olds that have got really, really good reflexes, but when you're in VR, there's only so fast you can go. It's all down to your own actual movement. It just feels like a more level playing field. The only thing I would say is that they're showing this quite a lot just now. Like, there's the other PSVR shooter that's coming. I can't remember the name of it just now. Fire. Can't remember. Is anyone in the chat that would know the name of it? Jamie, what's the name? Fire. I can't remember. But I think it's going to be the better of the two. And I find it strange that they keep showing this one and not Firewall. That's it. That they keep showing this one and none of Firewall, even though both are supposed to be coming soon. But it does look good. And it certainly wouldn't be hard, as we said before, to be better than the last fucking Crossfire game.
Okay, and then we got a global game announcement. Jeff was very excited about this one. Sonic the Hedgehog is back in a brand new adventure coming this fall in Sonic Superstars. This looks cool.
Yeah, it does. Hype level on this. Again, every chat, Twitter was like, wow, this just looks brilliant. Everybody was so happy to see. And to be fair, when I say everybody over the age of, we'll say 32. We'll say 32 was buzzing for this. Absolutely. Do you know what? It looks fucking... This scene here we're seeing now, this looks beautiful. That little split screen was so well done. I think it's... to be fair, I could be on this. I know Fluffers was loving it. A few of the guys in the chat were like, fucking brilliant. This looks so good. Even my missus, I think she would love this as well. She'd play it. 100%.
When the trailer first started and it was Sonic in the sort of old style graphics, I was like, "Get the fuck off my screen!" I've got no time for it. I'm not a Sonic fan, and I can't be arsed with these old Mega Drive graphics. But see, as soon as it cut into that new gameplay, I was like, based on the art style alone, I will play this. This looks fucking cool. Yep. Like, if you told me beforehand that going into this, I would come out excited for a Sonic game, I'd have slapped you in the face. But it looks cool. It does really look cool. Yeah.
I bet this... do you know what? I bet you the platinum is solid as well.
Oh, God, aye.
Yes.
It's going to be solid.
But it's probably like a new generation. Like, I think a younger audience will probably be introduced to Sonic. Do you know what I mean? You're saying this is exciting for people who are, probably our age, but I think this will introduce Sonic to a new generation. And yeah, I know there's been like
2D Sonic,
the movie and stuff like that, but like, I don't know. I know our kids will probably play it, and they've not had that past knowledge, and I think they'll love it. So yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. This is 100% one of the highlights of the night for sure. I never thought I'd say that.
I thought so too. Exactly.
Yeah. Fair play.
And just back to it, because I think obviously, like, this is absolutely not that, like, to call out Jim, who was a bit negative on the show on Discord, but I think, like, there wasn't as many games at the PlayStation Showcase that sort of like surprised like this. Like, I don't know, like there was loads of things that I looked at that I enjoyed at the PlayStation Showcase, but I sort of went in being like, oh, this will be good, and it was. But I came out of a few things in this, like when it first started, going, oh, fucking here we go, and then going, actually that looks all right.
Yeah. That was good. Yeah, I mean, to get that, I mean, that was a surprise. No, I mean, there was not even a hint of it or a sniff of it this coming, and it makes the worst thing is that it makes sense that they would think, because Sonic is so hot right now. It would make sense to reimagine in a modern sense these old 2D games, because it's an easy win. Look at the success of Mario games; it's easy wins.
Yeah,
fair play.
It's got that legacy.
Yeah, fair play.
Did Lies of P excite? It's scheduled for the 19th of September, and they also announced that there will be a demo available ahead of that. So, in fact, available now, actually.
Available now.
Yeah.
You've skipped over what I've put down as some Japanese shite.
Apologies. Honkai Star Rail launches later this year.
Listen, leave Honkai alone.
Is what it was.
Leave Honkai. Don't steal my joke. Honkin's my joke. Don't you steal my joke. Don't you fucking dare. No, listen, Honkai it's massive, and the Tam and the Discord
How the
plays
fuck
it on
would
mobile.
you know?
Listen, I know shit, man. I know shit. Honkai's massive, and Tam has got it on his mobile and says it's great. So I think everyone's been waiting for the PlayStation announcement. What did it say? It was Q4. It just says.
Yeah.
There's Tom in the comments saying Japanese and turn-based. Craig's worst nightmare. Exactly. Listen, you leave Honkai alone.
Aye, Tam's pigeonholed me perfectly there. To be fair, he's called me right. He's put me right in my place because I'm sure. Look, I'm sure people like it. I just had to fucking look away in disgust. But Liza P, I mean, that's a great fucking drop. That getting a demo, because although it's on Game Pass, so I would have checked it out anyway. Like, the world itself, I think, looks incredible. It looks amazing. My concern is that I'm not going to enjoy the gameplay, and so to be able to like download it tonight and try it out, like that's really exciting. I do want to check this out. I hope it is for me, because I do really like the look of the world. So yeah,
I'm not big on steampunk, so it's not for me.
Not?
Nah,
right.
Not for me.
You going to try the demo?
Nah, not at all.
No.
Not with the shit I've got to play as well. I have no incentive to. I like the fact they did the Shadow Drop demo. That is cool. I was expecting that for Final Fantasy 16 2 weeks ago. We didn't get it. I was half expecting it tonight. Didn't get it. But yeah, Shadow Drop in the demo was cool. But there's nothing in this game is doing anything for me at all.
Oh man, I think it looks really cool.
Yeah,
I'm sure
Craig. I'm gonna say, I'm sure Craig, you'll get to the first boss and nope right out, but you'll enjoy your first 12 minutes, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll enjoy watching a let's play of it.
Yeah. Will there be an easy mode? That's your issue, Craig.
No, there won't be, I don't think. Fluffer's to say, pleased to give my
world premiere.
Pleased to give my world premiere exclusive Liza P demo after playing it there.
Right, come on then. Pick up the phone, James, for fuck's sake.
I know, for fuck's sake, Fluffers, man. Well, he's telling us that, we can move on to some of the next ones.
To Sandland. Jesus Christ.
I mean,
that was a fucking damp squib, wasn't it?
All I've written down for my notes is Sandland. That's as far as I got with that one.
Oh, we've got an update. Aye, it's decent. Get that on the fucking box. Get that on the fucking box. Fluffers, aye, it's decent. 7.5.
Based on his 10 minutes of play. Great.
Aye, it's decent. Super.
Hey, you try to say James's 10 minutes is what anyone else's 4 hours.
Aye, it's decent. Fuck's sake. Brilliant. There's all right. Hang on, right before we move on. There's Jim, right? There's fucking arsehole Jim. Sandland, one of the highlights of the show. What fucking planet are you on? You slagged off the entire show. That's your highlight. The Borderlands ripoff. But I thought it was Borderlands. Like, oh, Borderlands. I like Borderlands. Fuck's sake, Jim. Honestly, your hard work, son. Tam.
Okay.
Even Tam, I can't defend Sandland. Read the room. Read the room, Jim.
Each to their own.
Somebody's
Anna,
got to like it at least.
yeah.
Aye, well, yeah.
Anna Purner Interactive gave us a little teaser trailer, sort of promoting their kind of June 29th showcase. So we will have to tune into that to find out more. But from what I saw very quickly, there was a bit of Stray, Solar Ash, Flock. That was all I captured.
That first person game that was really good, that was initially on the Switch. It was a first person sort of running shooting game. You used cards as well. It had a card deck building thing. I played a little bit of it. It was really good. It showed that as well. So I guess we're getting updates on all these games.
Mm-hmm.
I just got a WhatsApp from Jim there saying, "Learn to read, you fucking fat head." I don't even know what that's in relation to.
Baz is very excited for a potential Last Stop 2. We can only dream,
man.
because Last Stop was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I'm very excited for Stray. If there's more content from that game on its way, I really loved it.
I thought that, but someone shot my cornflakes and went, they're probably just announcing it for Xbox. Like, I was the same as you, Jess. I thought,
yes.
DLC or a sequel.
Yeah, but it's been exclusive, hasn't it?
It's a time.
It's been rated for Xbox as well, so it's coming.
So it has.
Yeah,
well, I'll play it again. It's fine.
Aye.
A potential fun one for our little community to play Party Animals was dated for September 20th. So it's like a fuzzy beat 'em up multiplayer game. And it kind of got announced, I think, back in 2020. And you're kind of fighting as these little animals and like kittens, puppies, and all that kind of stuff. It looks quite fun, but
I think it'll be fun. It'll be a fun like stream game.
Yeah.
I get that look. It was supposed to launch early 2023. There's obviously been a delay, but it does look like the kind of thing that we could all jump on and just hurl abuse at each other, which I'm all about.
I know a few people that played. It was either a beta or an early access, and they were raving about it in terms of a party game. Mm-hmm. You know, like in terms of like everyone having a pure dead gaming night, getting Steam on a Friday night and playing this, and they were like, "This is fucking brilliant." So I think this is one definitely for our Discord, that's for sure.
Yeah, I might be wrong as well, but I think the last time we saw it, it was maybe coming to a service. I don't know if that's still the
Game
case.
Pass, I think.
Is it Game Pass?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's Couchy saying Party Animals is pure dead gaming. Community night all over it. Agreed, mate.
Agreed. Definitely.
Yes. There was a little Crash Team Rumble update.
This fucking game, by the way. Like, see if they'd... what they should have done after the closed beta that everybody apparently fucking hated, they should have just quietly cancelled it and get the fuck out of there, because this fucking game, man, it's going to bin Crash for a while, I think. I think it's going to put Crash out of commission. It's that bad. Everything I've heard, it's a shocker.
Where'd you go?
It's so bad. Donny's internet just fucking shat the bed.
It just shut me right out there. By the way, maybe Jess kicked me out for not liking Crash Team Rumble.
I don't think.
I think we're all in the same vein here.
Yeah, like I remember. See, the last time this was shown off, just out of curiosity, I typed it into Twitter and I scrolled for about 5 minutes and I couldn't find a single fucking person that had anything good to say about it. It's just, it's a product of a time when they were trying to do these types of games and they thought Crash might have the cachet to pull people in, but it fucking does not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Moving on. So after announcing the sequel to Alan Wake during the PlayStation showcase on May 26th, we got a bit more from Alan Wake 2. So Remedy showed us some new gameplay and we kind of got more info on the two playable characters. So Alan himself, along with FBI agent Saga Anderson, who's sort of investigating murders in the area, and I think she goes between sort of areas and meets him, and I think Sam Lake kind of has said before that you don't need to have knowledge of the first game to play this one, which I think is good for a lot of people who haven't, because it is 13 years old. But for fans, obviously it is a cult classic, and I think people will be happy that they're getting a sequel. Craig, I'm going to let you play this one, and I'm going to watch, because I like
shake
the
bag
look.
like Dony.
Yeah, I like the look of it, but there's no way I'll be able to actually play it. I'll just drop the controller, and then you'll get annoyed at me. So, yeah.
It looks cool. I like the look of this. I like the first game. Yeah, I think that's a smart move, making it so that you don't have to have prior knowledge. Like they did, obviously, bring out a remaster. I think it was 2021. That did quite well, but you don't want to. I think it's been that long since the game originally came out that you don't necessarily want to force a playthrough of that on people. But one of the things that I really like is the fact that they seem to be tying some of these worlds together. So we got Alan Wake inspired DLC for Control. And so I think we spoke about this before, but I'm hoping that there's some, in Alan Wake 2, there's some sort of Control references. And I think that's a really cool thing, like taking two of the properties and sort of, in a way, blending them together and trying to get a cat attacking my screen. I think it looks really cool. The graphics on it's a graphical powerhouse. It looks excellent.
The lighting on that torch is unbelievable, by the way. Like, I was so fucking impressed with that. I mean, I'm like you, Jess. I'm not going to play this, but I like the fact that, Sam Lake came out and cosplays as Max Payne, which is cool. Boom. No, I liked what you said. You've got these two journeys, two worlds, and then kind of intertwine. You kind of split between the two characters. I like that. I think this will be a hit. I hope it is, because I've got it on my Fantasy Critics. So pray for a 95.
Yeah, it is one of these ones that's not coming to PS4 and Xbox One generation. So it's obviously the visual powers of it's not going to be held up on those older consoles. Yep. So
yeah, obviously with you guys saying like, not necessarily into horror games, like what a fucking year for horror, by the way. I know a lot of it's remakes, but Dead Space remake, Resident Evil 4 remake, this is now coming. We might still get Silent Hill 2 remake this year, whether it's good or not. It's a classic. Redfall was a fucking banger. Alone in the Dark looks really good with Jodie Comer and your man from Stranger Things, David Harbour. I think like even 5-6 years from now, we will look back and go, holy shit, that was a year for horror games. I mean, it's just a banging of a year in general, but for horror games, like, you're potentially looking at 3 or 4 games that could like score in the 90s, possibly.
Optimistic for the horror genre, but
yeah, you've already got 2. Dead Space was in the 90s, wasn't it, or very high 80s? Resident Evil was 92 or something. So yeah, some year.
Yep.
Sorry. Next up, we have Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 launches this winter. Pre-orders are available. Another game called Yes, Your Grace Snowfall 2024. And then we have John Carpenter's Toxic Commando 2024. This is an FPS shooter from Saber Interactive. It's on Focus Entertainment. It's coming next year.
See this though, it was a first-person game, but it also showed a top-down view at times as well, and like so.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's a bit strange. This Saber Interactive, they've done quite a few games where it's that sort of state of emergency style. Let's see how many enemies we can get on the screen and then obliterate them. Like they did the World War Z game as well, which was actually quite fun, to be fair. But this looks like almost like a new skin on that sort of game, but then it's went first person as well. So I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if this was actually quite decent, but I don't think I'll play it.
Yeah, me neither. It's just not for me at all. As much as I love John Carpenter as a director, writer, but this is not for me.
What about Baldur's Gate 3? It was confirmed for a full release on August 31st. It was announced at the Game Awards last year. And yeah, I think it's in early access at the moment, I believe.
Is it? Oh, maybe it is actually. I don't know. This is a game that I didn't realise was actually huge. Like, apparently it's pretty big. I couldn't give a fuck about it, but there was a major uproar when it wasn't announced for Xbox initially. I think it's coming to PC and PlayStation, and people were not fucking pleased at all. There's Dony getting another rum and coke.
No.
And a tailing off by the looks of it.
Tailing off. Yeah, I mean, Baldur's Gate, it's not for me, but I know this is going to be huge. People loving it. There's an uproar over the whole Series S potato. Well, you make a shit console, you get shit consequences. It's not, you can't fucking blame the devs for that. But
are you prepared to climb down off this ladder on Sunday?
Listen, the proof will be in the pudding, my friend. But what I didn't like about this was the fact that they showed fuck all. Other than the fact that what's his name? Jason Isaac. Jason Isaac's an amazing actor, by the way. His voice, superb. I love the fact that he's in it, and I think that will make it for a lot of people. You know, having that kind of that experience and that. But it didn't show anything more. I was actually a little bit disappointed. I wanted to see a lot more of Baldur's Gate to see if it would be my cup of tea, because there's things in it. It's turn-based, that kind of isometric look, which I'm kind of into just now. I'm kind of half interested in this, but it showed me fuck all.
Which is strange considering it's so close to release as well. That was a wee bit odd.
Yeah. Fluffers with a proof will be in the potato.
He's a fucking one-man joke machine.
He is indeed, isn't he? He is.
Yeah. Okay, next up, I can't believe this happened. Spider-Man box art was revealed first and foremost. They had a little
discussion. And then we moved swiftly on.
Some discussion on characters, and then it was dated for October 20th.
I'm just going to say, before we move on, do you know the one thing that said it all? If we're going to compare the PlayStation Showcase with this entire Summer Games Fest, the biggest cheer of the night was Spider-Man 2. The crowd went fucking wild when this was announced tonight. And it's just like, that for me just reiterates the fact how much PlayStation, there's a noisy car, just reiterate how much Spider-Man missed a beat. Sorry, PlayStation missed a beat 2 weeks ago, because the biggest cheer of tonight was Spider-Man 2. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, I really wonder though, like, was this like pre-agreed that Jeff Keighley would get the date, or did they, you know, following the reaction of the PlayStation Showcase, think, shit, we need to get this out now? Because
I think the latter. Yeah, I think you're right, Jess. I think that's more likely, because why would PlayStation, why would Sony give Summer Games Fest the date? The automatic assumption for me was same as Horizon, same as Ragnarok. The date would be announced at a state of play. That seems a common sense thing. I think this is a fallback. Announcing the date. Already the pre-orders are live. The deluxe editions and the pre-order bonuses look fucking brilliant. The collector's edition looks amazing. Chris is going to be all over that £200 bad boy. So there's a lot of hype already tonight from this. So I think it's Sony doing a little bit of marketing PR spin.
Yeah, Craig, you realise you're going to have a busy time. Assassin's Creed Mirage is October 12th. Alan Wake 2 is October 17th. And now you've got Spider-Man on October 20th.
Well, it's the big show.
There's something pretty good on October 27th, I think, as well. There was something else at the end that we knew about. Can't remember what, though. I can't remember if it was something I was going to play, but there was something that someone was talking about in the 27th. I mean, look, Spider-Man looks fucking great, but if I'm not finished Mirage, then it's waiting. It's absolutely waiting.
To be fair, you'll be fighting with our son for it anyway, so you may
exactly,
as well.
Aye. Mirage is the fucking top dog here.
Ooh,
Spider-Man can fucking sit.
Hang on.
Spider-Man can sit in the back seat.
Hang on here. You're not telling me if you've got downloaded, you've got your Mirage and you've got Spider-Man 2. So you're not telling me you're choosing Mirage. You telling me right now? You telling me that?
150%.
Oh, come on, man. What's the matter with you?
WrestleQuest, October 27th.
Is that
that's the goods right there, by the way. That's turn-based, Donny. You'll be all over that.
Nah, to be fair, WrestleQuest looks great. It
does. It is great. No, look, I think you're right. I think it probably was a reaction. Because it's very un-Sony-like for them to turn around and give the announcement to somebody else. I don't think they would have done that. I don't think that would happen ahead of time. I think they probably had planned to release it at a state of play, and then there was maybe conversations after saying, do we stick to that plan or do we react? And look, hopefully, I think overall that will be a positive, but I do think you will have people sitting on Twitter just now going, I can't believe they fucking gave that to Jeff Keighley. Like, so I think there also was a little bit of a risk revealing it tonight, not on PlayStation's terms, but yeah, dates out there. It's going to be an amazing game. That's the blockbuster for the sort of fall period.
Yeah,
and it's going to be huge.
I love the fact that he said Peter, Miles, and others. That is very interesting. Very interesting.
Is this a Spider-Verse situation?
I don't know. I don't know what that means, but Peter, Miles, and others. That's not a coincidence. And others, So we shall see. We shall see. Hype train building already. So I'm assuming. So it's October. So when will the state of play be? End of August? Before? Start of August? Yeah.
They might just, to be absolute wanks, which would be fantastic, drop it the same time as Starfield. What's that? September 17th? September. What dates?
I can't even remember. It's changed so much.
I know. It's the middle of September, I think, but they could drop it then just for shits and giggles. That'd be quite good. Tam in the chat saying Mirage will be 12 to 15 hours, easily finishable before Spidey, especially if I can get some time off around Mirage as well, which I plan to.
Yeah, funny that, eh? You're just so busy. Squinny said he'll be torn between Spider-Man and Mirage. Squinny, you know you're going to go on Spider-Man. You know you will, Squinny.
Both are definites. Both are definitely getting played as soon as possible. But tough decisions have to be made at times.
Indeed. Will you be deciding between some of the next games, Craig? Pal World from Pocket Pair, early access next year. Black Desert is also available on June 14th. Then we've got Lord of the Rings Return to Moria coming fall 2023.
Holy shit, does that look crap, by the way? I just want to interject, Jess, before just because I know we're going to move on quickly from this, but fucking hell. Holy mobile game, Batman. This looks utterly shit. Right. It's not a mobile game, but it looks it. It just looks utterly. I'm like, how is this a thing?
I don't even know what you are fucking talking about, by the way. Like,
honestly,
when you said mobile, I was like, it was the mobile stuff because I switched off during that, but I don't know what the fuck.
Oh no, this is not a mobile game, but it looks a mobile game. Fucking hell. Yeah,
I must have drifted off.
Yeah. The next, there's a few mobile games coming up, but that wasn't supposed to be, but it looks it.
Yeah, so we'll just move on to that then. Final Fantasy mobile game, which you can pre-register for access ahead of a closed beta test. What did you think of this?
It's going to be huge.
Deal with this?
It's a from my understanding is they're kind of reimagining little bits of story and filling in some blanks and putting a little bit of spin on it. The premise looks okay, and as a mobile game, particularly in the Eastern market and TAM, it's going to be huge. This will be one of the biggest mobile games going. Full stop. 100%.
Yeah, I just look at. I'm by no means did I think it looked bad. I was a bit confused by. So at certain points, it didn't look like a PS1 game, but it had almost like a similar art to the PS1 Final Fantasy VII, but more upscaled. Like, do you know what I mean? They looked a little bit cartoony. At certain times, they looked a bit cartoony, and then at other times, it looked like PlayStation 4 graphics. They went back and forth between two different art styles.
Did your stream glitch?
No.
You're fucking at it. I'm telling you.
No, definitely.
This looks like a battery killer, that's for sure.
They showed two characters called Glenn and Matt, and they were like, I don't know. I was like, these two guys are clearly fucking big deals. But honestly, go back and look at it. They showed it was the same. It looked similar, like an art style to the PlayStation 1 version, except it wasn't like hard edges. It was more kind of like rounded, but then they jumped between that to like cutscenes that I was like, holy fuck, that looks like it would be running almost on a PlayStation 5. And then I just got a bit of a weird sort of vibe from it.
You've been on
I see Deadbeat Punk says there was original Final Fantasy VII character models in there. It just sort of jumped around a bit. But no, look, it's Final Fantasy, it's on mobile, it's going to be fucking cool. Like, folk are going to love it. Absolutely no hate from me. I'm potentially getting aboard the fucking Final Fantasy hype train. I enjoyed 7.
You'll love the ending then, won't you?
It's all right. It's all right. One thing I would say that at one point to intro this, Jeff Keighley came out with an exciting new mobile game. Simmer the fuck down, right? You can't. That's not a sentence that goes together.
Yeah,
come on.
He absolutely trolled people at the end of this segment though. Instead, I can't even remember what he said now, but everyone was like, and then
I hate giving that guy credit, but fucking hell, he was good tonight. And I like the way he played us all there. You know, he did To be fair, this Jeff and this shows have been slagged off for adverts for the last few years, and we get that. And they've been so intrusive. But I thought the way they did it tonight, they were very subtle and well done. And that little joke, I think everyone saw the funny side. He was obviously poking fun at, listen, we've thrown it in your face. We're sorry. It was a nice little play on a bit of history there. So I thought he did. I thought he did a good job, and he did the adverts well. The little fucker that he is.
To be fair, I think he did. He got away with it because he had a good show. Like, see if he'd made that joke, but he wasn't showing good stuff, he could have got slaughtered for it. But I think he was confident in the show that he was putting on, and he knew that. I think he was confident in making that joke because even if it didn't land well, he's fucking ending with something big time in the Final Fantasy series.
Yes.
So I think he knew that he wasn't going to get offed in the way out of the building.
Yeah.
Okay, next up we have Don't Nod's Banisher's Ghost of New Eden, which is coming end of 2023. I can't even remember this one if I'm being honest.
I think it looks quite good. It doesn't necessarily look like my sort of thing, but I've got a lot of confidence in Don't Nod to produce good stories and branching narratives. And I feel like what they showed today, like, I can't fully remember the trailer from the Game Awards, but I think it was quite similar. Like, they showed a lot. I think there was some reused footage because it looked familiar.
Yeah.
But they still keep saying end of 2023, and it's not coming this year.
I got confused. I thought it was a game called like Flintalk or something. Was it not a game Flintalk? Or am I speaking
Flintlock? That's an Xbox game.
I thought
it was
that.
Thing,
that's kind of what I thought it was when it started. Again, this didn't do anything for me at all. No.
See, to be honest, like, my sort of not excitement, but my interest is peaked in this solely because Don't Nod are making it. If they weren't, I would be like, it's another game where you're a guy in the 1800s in tatty rags wielding a sword, of which there was fucking millions of in this showcase.
Okay, moving on. Like a Dragon Gaiden, The Man Who Erased His Name, is coming out on the 9th of November.
Where's Callum? Callum.
He's still fucking raging about Cyberpunk.
The fuck is Callum?
He's raging because this boy didn't appear.
Fucking no, I don't know.
Look, it looked all right, but I don't think it wasn't something that was going to make me jump into the series like fresh. No. If I was going to get involved in this, I would go back and start earlier on.
Yeah, the only two people who got an interest here were Callum and Punk, and both of them globally cummed in their pants. Yeah, I just want Like a Dragon, the real one, which is the turn-based one. That's all I want now.
Is this one not turn-based?
No.
Right.
No, this is some sort of Yakuza. I don't fucking know. I'm out. Punk. I'm sure in the chat he can tell us. I have no idea. I'm so lost with the Yakuza stuff. I just want Yakuza Like a Dragon 2. Give me my turn-based game back, please, and I'm happy.
I wonder what they're doing then. Are they just going to jump back and forth between turn-based and?
No, I think they're just going to have. They're just going to have the what was Like a Dragon is now Like a Dragon, whatever. They're going to have that little kind of storyline, and the Yakuza thing will live on. Yeah. But now just called Like a Dragon. It's fucking.
Aye, because they can't call it Yakuza anymore.
They're trying to be politically correct, aren't they? So.
Okay.
I am going to pull the trailer for the next one up. I really like the look of this one, Under the Waves. So it seemed to be like about a man grieving the loss of his wife by taking a job under the ocean. I thought this looked really cool. What are your thoughts?
I really like the look of this. I think it looks like it's Quantic Dream. So I never even saw that first time. That's fucking taking my hype level even up here, but I just think it looked like a cool story. I think it looked quite chilled out. It looked quite like it has some quite good exploration. Yeah, I'm excited for this one, definitely.
Note for me.
No.
Nothing for me at all.
I was shocked it was so soon as well. Like maybe this game has been known about. I'm not sure. I feel like it's the first time I've seen it, but it's maybe been at like an indie event or something like that, because it seems quite strange that they would show this for the first time when it's out in like 2 months. But yeah, no, I would, if I've got time, I would be on day one in this. I think you'd probably be quite interested in it as well, Jess.
Yeah. Okay.
Modern Warfare 2, wasn't it next?
Yeah.
The groans when this came on. I was like, wow, I thought there'd be hype for this.
Well, last year we got the announcement of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, so we got the reveal of the new big game, whereas this time it was pretty much Warzone content. So I think that perhaps it was a bit of a step down from last year, but I mean, you know what it's like with Call of Duty? Like, it shows up and everyone's like, oh, for fuck's sake, nobody fucking likes Call of Duty. And then day one, there's like 30 million people spunking in a corner. So
yeah. I thought
I
thought the map looked okay, but I've not touched Warzone since like Christmas time, and I played it for like 10 hours maybe. I actually quite enjoyed the Modern Warfare 2 campaign, obviously, but the co-op side of things I'm so shit at. But yeah, I was just really surprised to see such groans for this. I don't know. I thought it'd be a collective, wow, new map, bit of content, let's get excited. But yeah, I was surprised.
I mean, according to some of the kind of reports from Tom Henderson, like Modern Warfare 3, although it's not officially been named, is due like out in like November. So I wonder if, by the end of the week we will get a bit more info on that. And perhaps, I mean, certainly that's what I'm more interested in than Warzone. So
I don't think there's not really a place they can show it though, because they've got the deal with PlayStation, so it can't turn up at Xbox. I wouldn't have thought. I mean, I'm sure, given what's going on just now, there's probably a few people on the Activision and the Xbox side that would fucking love to be like, "Ooh, do you like that? Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3." But I don't think they can legally get around that. So they must be having a Call of Duty event or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. God knows.
Yeah. Couple of little smaller games. Next up, Fae Farm, which is coming out on the 8th of September on Switch and PC. It was kind of like a, I don't know, Animal Crossing sort of colourful type thing. And then we got
Get Callum's comment up. He's just fucking turned down right as we buried Ishan. No, you fucking roll it back.
Oh, there's Callum and there's Chris just joined us now. There's the two of them. The two amigos have joined us.
That's my favourite. Chris is my favourite. Hi, Chris.
Squary's the favourite.
What are you talking about? You're not even fourth.
And then it's Couchy. And then it's Tam. And then it's Chris.
I'll be giving out a lot of cuddles next week.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. We got a few more mobile games, Marvel Snap and King Arthur Legends Rise. Again, I don't have any interest in any of these. Maybe some people do.
Look, I knew that Marvel Snap was a huge game, but it's not. Sorry, Squinny. I spoke out of turn. Okay, you know, we'll have a moment next week. It's fine. Please forgive me. I love you. Right. Anyway, Marvel Snap. I knew when it appeared, it's huge. Like, this game does really well. I was talking. Me and Tam sort of spoke about it a little bit in the Discord. He confirmed, yeah, big game. He really enjoys it. It does really well, makes millions. It was a good idea to show it, but it's one of these games that if you are not into, then you're just like, what's next?
What I liked was the game's director got on stage, clearly borrowed Nick Cage's cocaine, took 3 lines and went, "Hey Jeff, let's fucking do this." Fair play to the guy. Do you know what I mean? It's not easy getting on stage with 3 lines of coke in you and trying to hold it together. And he almost failed miserably, but you know, he got through it. So got a lot of time for that.
See, one thing I would say, that Marvel Snap thing, that boy that came on that was shit at the game, could they not have found a better actor? Like,
I don't know who that
he
is.
was shit at the game and he was shit at acting, and he should feel bad about himself.
Nice.
Okay, before you offend anyone else, Craig, Wayfinders is coming into early access this summer.
I got a beta
on
code.
the subject of offending folk.
I got the beta code. I played it for 2 hours. It bugged out so many times I couldn't get past 2 hours. It was quite cool, but I was never going to play it, really. It didn't help. The beta was shit. Like, betas, you expect bugs, but it was almost unplayable.
It's disappointing. Star Trek Infinite, a full reveal is coming for that on June the 16th. So yeah, not an awful lot was shown tonight.
No.
And
is this? I think this is the game that Jamie was playing, is it? But he's away to his crib, so we can't quiz him on it.
No idea. I mean, it's Jamie and it's Star Trek, so you can assume that, you know, probably, you know, virgin stuff in it. So.
Ooh.
Yeah. Anyway, more on that one next week. Then we got a wee appearance from Will Arnett introducing the Twisted Metal trailer with the Thong Song. It's coming exclusively to Peacock on July 27th. You were a big fan of this one, Dony.
This looks
Dony
fucking awful, man. This looks fucking awful. I cannot. Do you know what? The clip they showed 3-4 weeks ago with Anthony Mackie driving a car, I thought, okay, yeah, listen, you know, you can see it. Tonight looked like a parody. It almost looked like it was a Saturday Night Live sketch. It looked that bad. I'm like, this is fucking terrible. If that's a sign of things to come, holy shit. No wonder it's on fucking Peacock. Unbelievable how bad that is. No wonder Sony showed fuck all of this 2 weeks ago at their showcase. It went, hey, listen, even we ain't showing this. Our showcase is shit, and we ain't showing this. You know, they've noped right out of that crap.
You still watch it, but though,
no chance. No chance. I'm watching that shit. No way, man. No, I'm far too above that.
We'll review it on the podcast for you.
Damn right we will. I thought it looked all right. Look, I could be wrong here, right? But I got the impression that scene they showed you will not be in the show. I think it was like a promo clip. Now, not that that's excusing it. And see, to be honest, the worst offence during that clip was the fact that Sweet Tooth's got him pinned against the puggy, and he's singing the thong song, and then when he goes, that thong, the thong, 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 why didn't he wedgie him? Surely at that point you wedgie him. That's the fucking joke. You say the thong song, and then you fucking ride it right up his arse. That's what you've got to do.
Because the clip wasn't bad enough. The clip wasn't bad enough for that toilet humor.
That was a fucking criminal oversight, but a criminal oversight.
What else did you want? Did you want Cisco to come flying out from the fucking background with blonde highlights and fucking wedgie him?
Silver. He was a silver guy.
Silver. Apologies.
I've seen him in real life. I've seen him live.
There you go. Jess has fucking met him. There's a dog kicking off, by the way. He's going fucking mental at you.
Aye, it's kicking off at fucking Twisted Metal. Rover's raging in the background. What the fuck was that shit?
I'm still interested to see it. Like I say, I get the feeling that was a promo clip that you won't see in the show.
The fact you're still interested says it all, by the way.
I think you'll find the Discord was split about 50-50. I think.
Oh, wait, you've jumped more sharks in the fawns. There's no fucking way you're... Honestly, I'm not... You cannot take that Twisted Metal stuff seriously. No
you leave
way.
Samoa Joe and Will Arnett alone. There's Tam, grumpy old bastard, Dony. Exactly.
I just got class Tam is what it is, mate.
Okay, moving on. A little indie game coming this year. Lisfanga, I believe is how you pronounce it. The Time Shift Warrior.
What?
I thought...
I
didn't know
this one.
I thought visually it looked beautiful, but that's what I kind of noted down. I thought I liked the appeal. I thought it looked great. But, yeah. Other than that, I didn't know too much.
I don't have a fucking clue what you're talking about.
Okay, I'll move on.
Too fixated with Twisted Metal, it seems.
I was still in a come down from Twisted Metal.
Tam, by the way, do you know what, Tam? I'm gonna give you credit here, Tam, because I said when it came up, in my head I went budget Hades. That's exactly what I thought. I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to shit on it because I thought it looked great, but you've said it, and that's exactly what I said in my head. There's a little Hades ripoff. Yeah.
Even a budget Hades could be a good show.
Absolutely, by the way. Yeah.
Okay, moving on then. We got new exclusive gameplay from Immortals of Avium. So this is like a magic-based FPS by Ascendant Studios and published by EA. We saw the protagonist, Jack, actor Darren, who was on stage talking a little bit about it. And yeah, some gameplay was shown as well. It's coming out July 20th on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series and PC via the EA app, Steam and Epic Game Store.
Jim is super excited about this. I don't know. I just look. He's not alone. I don't know. He's definitely not alone. A lot of people. I keep hearing people getting excited for this game. They think it looks cool. I think it does look cool, but it's just not my type of game.
My issue is that I think it looks good, but it's annoying because I can't put my finger on it because it looks original, yet it looks like a game we've seen 100 times. And I can't put my finger on why. And I know some people that played early access and beta, and they were like, this is really good. And then when I watched the footage tonight, like we've seen a few bits of gameplay now, and I think things that looked all right. And then I saw it tonight. I thought, God, the AI looks terrible. And then I thought there's a lot more. There's quite a lot on the screen now, whereas before it wasn't showing that. The screen was like a big fucking circle thing around the screen, and I thought, oh, it looks a bit too much, and they didn't show that before. And I'm like, now we're getting closer to the release. I think it's starting to show its real side, and I'm a bit concerned.
Yeah, I don't know. I think for the most part, I'm not a fan of fast-paced first-person games. Like, there will be exceptions to that, but like when I play first-person games, I quite like them to be a little bit slower and more deliberate. Like, if I'm playing a fast-paced game, it's usually third-person. I do prefer third-person in general, to be fair. But yeah, I don't know. I can't place it either. It's just, it's got a lot of things that aren't really for me. Squinny there saying it looks like a magic version of Destiny, but I don't think it's going to be level of Destiny.
Sell. It's a hard sell for you. It's a hard sell for me, but it's a harder sell for you, I think.
I mean, where's the fucking putter?
It might be a DLC.
Yeah.
Maybe a DLC, buddy.
It reminded me a little bit of Forspoken, and we know how that turned out. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm intrigued by it. Well, yeah. I don't know.
That ain't the sales pitch you think it is, Jess. with those review scores.
I know.
EA ain't hiring you for shit now. We're getting no code.
Get it in the box. Yeah. Get it in the fucking box.
They're like pure dead gaming, no code for them motherfuckers. You know? Never again.
Yeah, then we got a cinematic trailer for Fortnite Wild, whichever season we're on now, C4S3, whatever that means. But to be fair, I mean, Craig, it was dinosaurs. You're gonna love it.
Well, look, fucking simmer down. Because, yeah, it was. I was like, all of a sudden, you're like, oh, wee bit Indiana Jones kind of style here. Oh, wee bit of dinosaurs. This is really cool. And then a fucking Transformer turns up.
Optimus Prime, baby.
Get in the bin. Get in the bin.
What?
Is that? I must have missed that. Is that when I came upstairs?
It's when you come upstairs. It's not enough that they have to make shit films, but they have to fucking infect games as well. Now, granted, Fortnite's been soiled many times over, but I wouldn't transform into a fucking bin getting it.
The fuck are you talking about? The fuck are you talking about? Optimus Prime comes out. You're complaining. Optimus Prime comes out.
Transformers, man. No.
Optimus Prime could walk in my front door right now and I'll let her shag my missus. What are you talking about? It's Optimus Prime. Transformer.
Right, well, your missus deserves a good night.
It's fucking Optimus Prime. What are you talking about? Unbelievable, man. You're okay with dinosaurs, but Optimus Prime's out. What?
Dinosaurs are way better than Transformers.
Listen, Jurassic nonce, right? Calm down, right? Optimus Prime is going to steal the show as usual. That's a £30 skin right there. It's going to sell like hotcakes.
It's no Raptor. No Blue.
Yeah.
James is on fire, by the way. We need this on. James, you should have been a fourth tonight. You could have been fucking dropping these bars and saving Donny's blushes, wanking over Optimus Prime.
I mean, I've played like 2 hours of Fortnite in my life. I don't know what the fuck is going on with Fortnite or what any of that actually relates to. I don't know.
I just continue to like. I mean, I jumped back into it for a couple of matches a few months ago, and fair fucks to it. See on Unreal Engine 5, it looks very, very impressive.
Yeah.
And again, it's one of these things where they show Fortnite and you look online and everybody's moaning about it, but then day one, there's fucking X amount of million dropping skins left and right. So it's not for us, but it's for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, then it was the finale of the show, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
We'll just call it a night.
Yeah, the rumours are true, said Jeff.
I didn't get that.
Either it's coming in 2024.
I don't get what that reference was. The rumours were true. You know, when he went, the rumours are true. I was expecting Kojima-san to walk out. I'm like, rumours are true. What are you talking about?
Is Kojima-san Kojima's brother?
Shut the fuck up, Craig. Yeah, Rebirth, Tam, Fluffers. This is our Christmas. I know it says early 2024. Just give us it on Christmas Eve, and we'll just fuck off Christmas. We'll fuck off New Year, and we'll just play the shit out of this.
It looked really good,
man. I cannot wait. What twists they've done to this story? Like they've got it gripped already. Just the first, I'm like, what the hell? What are they doing with the story going forward? The unknown journey continues. Exactly. Like this just looks unbelievable. Unbelievable. Cannot wait. Cannot wait for this.
Yeah, I think it looked good. Like, obviously, it's good to get confirmation because I think some people were still holding on to 2023, but they were quite deliberate with that winter time frame, and now obviously early 2024, which will probably slip into the late 2024.
Yeah.
But it looks really good. I really enjoyed Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's been that long now that I don't have a fucking clue what happened, so I need to watch some sort of recap. Yeah. I remember the boy with the big sword there.
The boy with the big sword. You mean Cloud with the Buster Sword, aye?
That's the one, aye.
Yeah.
And then there was the lad with the gun in his hand. He was cool.
Seriously. I mean, it's just like the world design is just incredible. Like I cannot wait to jump in this. The Guggenheim scene. I cannot wait to see this on the PS5. I'm so stoked for this. I know there's a few of us in here in the chat right now. Anyone listening that are Final Fantasy VII fans are just buzzing for this. I cannot wait.
I saw something somewhere about it being another 2-disc epic if you are buying it disc version.
That's correct,
yeah, over 2 discs. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think if part 1 was 2 discs or not. I can't remember.
The
I think
remake,
it was.
I've got the physical. I can't remember. Yeah.
They should. Who was it recently that divvied out a fucking code basically on a disc and got a lot of shit for it? Who was it?
Jedi Survivor.
Jedi Survivor. They should have taken fucking. They should have taken a leaf out of Final Fantasy's book and just put that in 2 discs rather than putting half a game in the disc and then been like, I haven't seen for 5 years. That disc's fucking useless.
Yeah, the price. I mean, the price of Blu-rays now. Fuck's sake, man! Stick in a box, you tight bastards.
Agreed. Yeah, bizarre choice from them, but yeah, good. I get it in 2 discs because I mean, I think the thing is like it's almost more important with this because with this being like a reimagining of Final Fantasy, like people like everyone knows the level of like fandom people have for these games. Like this is a game, without all due respect to Jedi Survivor, this is a game that people are going to want in their collection. And so I think like you wouldn't have got away with half a game in a disc and fuck off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, agreed.
But yeah, a strong finish to the show. But where the fuck was my boy?
Well, yeah, that's what I was just going to ask.
Like,
what do you think the kind of notable absences or disappointments were? That we didn't see. And I suppose, I don't know, we have to remember these shows are like catering for a global market. So not everything is going to be there. Not everything's going to land with everyone. But yeah, I think from everything that had been said, I think Cyberpunk DLC, I'm really surprised that wasn't there because it seemed like a stick-on and it seemed like it had been like mentioned, I'm sure. But
what I would say though is that if you think back, Cyberpunk initially was marketed with Xbox, and I don't know if that perhaps extends to any potential expansion as well. So there's a good chance
Sunday night
we could possibly see it on Sunday. Because I think we are going to see it. I mean, Jeff at the end, it almost seemed like he was cognizant of it because he was like, right, that's all we've got today. There's plenty more to come though. And you will be seeing Cyberpunk over the weekend. And you're like, right, okay. So it was almost as if he was like, I'm definitely going to go on Twitter and folk are going to be like, where the fuck was Cyberpunk?
Yeah.
Like Callum, who was fucking fuming with the ending.
Yes, I think Cyberpunk was a notable one. So was, like I said, I'd have put good money on Death Stranding too as well. I know Fluffers is dying for Silk Song. Where's that?
That's coming Sunday.
You hope there's some sort of update. And even, to be fair, I think like even if they showed even like 3 minutes, 5 minutes of gameplay, I think would suffice. Maybe. But apart from that, I don't think anything else was missing. And I thought, and I hate to say it, because I think Jeff's an arse. I thought he put on a fucking great show. I thought it was a really good showcase. And it blew what PlayStation did out the water. And I think it's now over to Xbox on Sunday to go, fuck you, Jeff. We've got something better planned. And it's just bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, so obviously, just looking at Richard's comment there, saying Elden Ring was announced at an Xbox show, so DLC could be Sunday. Yeah, I think
Can you imagine that's everything that Xbox is planning on Sunday? The little leaks we've heard and rumors we've heard. Can you imagine that the Elden Ring DLC is there as well? Oof, Sunday's looking hot. Again, speculation, but that's fun. You know what I mean? There's Punk saying Shadow Drop. Oof. Again, that's hype. That's major hype,
But also, you've also got, I'm surprised we haven't seen more of Armored Core 6. So could that be Sunday as well? But
I expected that tonight, I must admit. Because
I expected that tonight.
Yeah, there's a good relationship between sort of Jeff and FromSoft. I thought I saw a bit of gameplay, even just like, even 2 minutes of gameplay I was expecting.
because it's out in August. So
Yeah.
I mean, Sunday's the sort of the last big
But
hurrah to show that at a major event.
But
Obviously,
there's no way
they're
they're
big enough
showing
they
it
can
on
put on
Sunday.
their own thing. Do you not
Aye,
think?
there's no way they're showing it on Sunday. No way they're showing it on Sunday.
Armored Core.
No chance. No chance.
How come?
Sony own 10% of FromSoft's parent company. There's no chance of seeing it on Sunday. I'm fucking hoping hell that comes on Sunday.
Yeah, you're probably right. It's soon, and we haven't seen an awful lot of it.
I know,
but they can easily. FromSoft's big enough that they can do their own. They're big enough they can do their own event, and folk will come in their fucking pants.
Yeah, remember there are obviously like quite a few other little like smaller showcases happening over the next couple of days. I actually probably should have listed them here, but
Kevin Judge in the chat, he's saying Wolverine. I don't think. I mean, obviously Sony was. See, to be fair, going in, if he'd said that, I'd have been like, "There's no way Sony's showing something as big as that." But then they get the fucking Spider-Man release date. Do you know what I mean? So I mean, I think we're probably. I think at this point, Kevin, we're probably hoping for a second PlayStation showcase towards the end of the year that would show us more Wolverine, because it is still listed 2024.
I don't think we see that this year.
Well, if it's coming next year.
Yeah, I don't think we see anything this year. I don't think. But what's up? So we've got Devolver, we've got Ubisoft. I'm looking forward to Ubisoft, by the way, as well. Obviously, Xbox on Sunday, which is going to be huge, which I'm sure we're going to plug at the end of this. I'm trying to think what else is coming. But it's a lot the next few days. Exciting.
Absolutely. Devolver usually deliver as well.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
That'll be a good one to check out after this.
Mm-hmm.
But final gut check, right, for Sunday. Obviously, we're going to be doing a post show after the event on Sunday after Xbox and Starfield. Have you moved at all, or do you think Starfield still is 30 frames a second?
I really hope it's not.
I know you do.
What
do you think it is?
On Series X, it has to. They can't be that naive. On Series X, it's got to be. They cannot be that naive. On X, yes. They can't be that naive, Craig. They can't. They cannot fucking do it on Series X. That's a disaster. That entire, see if that's 30 on the Series X, the whole thing's a disaster, and everything you see on the hour and a half before it is ruined. That's your flagship game that's ruined. It's got to be 60 on the X. Series X doesn't matter.
I think it would be a big blowback, but I think they would go over it. But at the same point, like I tend to agree. I think they're going to hit 60 because I think there was a chance on that kind of funny live stream when Phil Spencer was asked about it. He just gave a little bit of a smile, and I think if I was him and I knew Starfield was going to be 30 frames a second, he was already taking a fucking bucket full of losses on that podcast. Why not just add that in and get it all fucking buried?
I don't know.
Come into this showcase,
I don't know. The meltdown, Craig. The fucking
I know,
meltdown.
But would you not just lump it all together and then try and move on? Like, see now, I mean, even the placement of things. Like, see me personally. See if Starfield was 30 frames a second, I would have Starfield from 6 till 6:30, and then the Xbox showcase from 6:30 till 8, because I would be like, okay, what we've got is a great game here. You're disappointed that it's 30 frames a second. And then I would wash that disappointment away with a bunch of cool trailers for other stuff that's coming. But the fact that they're finishing on that, I think it would be so stupid to finish on a low.
Correct.
That's why I think
60.
Yeah, so that. Because I just think, I mean, don't be wrong, Xbox have made some baffling decisions before, but I think because of that, I just think, I don't know, I think they're very aware of this stuff just now, especially with saying, like, look, we're going to tell you if it's gameplay, we're going to tell you if it's in engine. I think they're trying to be.
They're pushing Sunday hard. They're pushing Sunday hard. And listen, Aaron Greenberg is marketing director, and he's doing his job as marketing director well on Twitter. He's had a few jibes at Sony, which I think is great. I like that as a sports fan. I like little needles and little jibes. When it's not nasty and it's little poking, little fun, I'm all for that. When he's came out and he said, oh, there'll be no CGI trailers. There'll be in-game footage, in-engine footage now.
That's a
sorry,
trailer.
but in-engine footage
cutscene.
is a cinematic trailer. So you hang on here. He's speaking with a forked tongue there. So I'm interested to see what we see on Sunday, because in-engine cinematics is fuck all. That's not gameplay. It's as good as CGI. So that's where I'm interested. He's put himself out there. He's hyped it. Let's see it, and I think it will deliver. But let's fucking see what they do. I
tell you something, by the way, just on what Punk said there, they're jumping back on the kind of funny show right after the showcase. He's lucky that showcase finishes at 8 and we're not going live till 9, because I'll square go him right now if he tries to one-up us, right? Sunday's locked in. It's me, you, Jess, Punk. That's the fucking main event. And if Big Phil tries to one-up us, I'll not be happy, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Kevin,
it'll be his arse at the badminton.
There's Kevin saying Xbox has got an open goal here. Who delivers? And they have, they fucking have got an open goal.
Yeah, I really hope it delivers.
Don't fuck it up. They've surely they've learned a lesson from 12 months ago. Surely they've looked at Sony's and gone, well, do you know what they did 2 weeks ago? Let's do the opposite. Because I think there's plenty of time to change it. 2 weeks is plenty of time to change what you had planned and make it better. You can react to that in 2 weeks. That's what you got. That's what you pay Greenberg millions of dollars a year to do. That fucker ain't on 30 grand a year typing on his fucking MacBook Pro. Do you know? They can do this.
Like I've said before as well. Like, I mean, we all own an Xbox here. We'll happily play any bangers that they put out. But even if you are a PlayStation gamer, you don't like Xbox, you should still be rooting for them to a degree, because Xbox doing well will push Sony to do better as well. And it's a high tide raises all ships. We need the industry is better with a strong Xbox putting out good games. And so I really do hope they deliver.
Yeah, listen, no one makes more jokes than I do. But at the end of the day,
we know.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is, what end of the day, a lot of what I say is in jest, but it's also in seriousness as well. But at the end of the day, you're right. We need the whole lot to be good. Just like end of the day, to bring it back to football. When Rangers were relegated, and Celtic were on their own. Look at the fucking crowds. Look at the shit. Look at the competition. Of course, look at the players we bought. It's the same thing. When the competition's not there, your standards drop every time. So you're absolutely right. We need that. And the thing is, it's better for the industry. And it's better for us. Absolutely. And I think, listen, I think they will deliver on Sunday. And there's going to be, I think on Monday, there's going to be a lot of gloating Monday and Tuesday, I tell you. Some of these Xbox accounts are going to be fucking eating good. That's for damn sure. Their podcasts are going to be red hot.
I'm massively excited for Sunday. I think it's going to be, I think it's going to be a good show.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
That's a low percentage, that, by the way.
You stand down.
Okay, so I guess we have kind of reached the end of our discussion and reaction to 2023 Summer Game Fest show. Lots of announcements, surprises, and moments. But before we wrap things up, just a little thanks to everyone who has joined us this evening and has commented, engaged, shared your thoughts, etc. We hope you enjoyed. Leave us some feedback. It's always helpful for future shows, including that of Sunday evening, as Craig mentioned, from 9 p.m. Following the Xbox Showcase and Starfield Direct, we will be live once again sharing our thoughts and reactions. So please make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel if you are not already, so you don't miss that. Punk will be joining us as well, so very exciting. A special thanks to the two of you as well. Always for
smash that like button, people. Smash the like button. That's for you, Punk.
Fucking
That's for you, Punk.
Right.
Smash that like button. We get that like button up.
But yeah. Thanks, everyone, for joining, and we will see you Sunday night, hopefully. And until then, good night.
Good night.
See you later, team. Goodbye.